There's definitely booze in this. Hey everybody, it's Halley O'Brien, and welcome to the Snow Report presented by Ski Magazine, where we talk skiing, snowboarding, gear, beer, and every episode is a guaranteed good time. It's the first few days of November, Halloween is behind us, but before we say goodbye to spooky season, I thought we would have a special beer tasting. Wait for it. That's right, we got two. And apparently, you're supposed to combine them to create a very immersive pumpkin beer experience. Now, I took a little poll on Facebook and Instagram, and you voted, and it was probably the most important election you voted in 2020. It came as no surprise that half of you love pumpkin beer, and the other half of you despise it. If this isn't a metaphor for what we're all living through right now, I don't know what is. In the spirit of coming together, I'm going to combine these two beers per the instructions I was sent, and we're going to have a very delicious, very pumpkin-y beer, whether you like it or not. This is the Ichabod Pumpkin Ale, and this is the Dragon's Milk Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout. This is 11% ABV, and this one is a very drinkable 4.5. Ooh, that's very good. That is very good. That is robust. By the end of this show, these two beers will become one. And hopefully by the end of the week, so will the rest of the country. Guys, let's talk snow, because there is no shortage of it. October really set the bar high. November, I don't know if you're nervous, but you should be. In fact, ski season has begun. Guys, the first ski area in the country to open for the 2020-2021, that's so many 20s. What I'm trying to say is, the first ski area in the country to open for this season was Wild Mountain in Minnesota. Or was it? Does the rope tow count? Do you need a chairlift? Do we need more than just a terrain park? The folks from Trollhagen think so, who also opened with a chairlift spinning. Things are heating up as it's cooling down in the Midwest, I'll tell ya. Both of these ski areas opened like, give or take, 2 weeks ago. Meanwhile, in Colorado, Wolf Creek opened this past weekend and claimed to be the first ski resort to open in the United States. Listen, they're flyover states, but they're not gonna let that shit fly. They were all up in Wolf Creek's comments saying, nope, stop right there. Check yourself. So Wolf Creek did the right thing and amended their Facebook post, their Instagram post, and claimed to be the first resort to open in Colorado. I feel like I should check Arapahoe Basin's snow report real quick just to make sure that they didn't open a snow patch in the parking lot 30 minutes before Wolf Creek ran their chairlift, because that's just what they do. All right. So it's only a matter of time before more resorts start opening up for the season. So let's check in with Open Snow and get the forecast. But first, I'm drinking too much of this beer too quickly. Let's switch it out. Perfect. Our buddy Sam Collentine reports that snow returned to New England early this week with moderate to heavy totals in northern Vermont. The pattern will shift across North America later this week, with a colder storm bringing snow to western Canada on Wednesday and Thursday, followed by the western US from Friday through Sunday. Additional storms target much of the western US during the week of November 9th. And if you'd like to keep tabs on your favorite resorts and how they're doing with snowfall, you could head over to opensnow.com or download their mobile app. When'd you get here? And now it's time to expose your weird resort guide comments. You send them in every year, and I read them and wonder what the hell you were thinking when you wrote it. Ski's Read a Resort survey happens every year, and I'm so happy that you volunteer your innermost thoughts, wants, hopes, and dreams as it pertains to your favorite resorts on the East and West. And while some of it is very thoughtful, articulate, and helpful, some of them aren't, and those are the ones I live for. But before we get weird with your comments, let's get weird with this beer science project. All right, 40% of the Dragon's Milk, 60% of Ichabod's Pumpkin Ale. I hope I left enough for that. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's say that. I impressed myself here. That is a pretty good pour. Nothing but foam. Our first comment comes from number 1 in the East, Smuggler's Notch in Vermont. A great cheap place to go if you want to ditch your kid and get some adult time on the slopes. What I think that means is they have a great children's program. Adult time. You know, Smugglers does have many a 2-person chairlifts. A nice slow ride up to the summit. You can cuddle in, get all close. Simply a serving suggestion. They really ought to consider cutting down trees to create better tree skiing runs. I mean, come on. There's too many trees in my way, guys. There's too many trees in my way. Listen, love what you did about not allowing snowboarders. They're not in the way anymore, but these trees, they've got to go. Out the ski area, number 23 in the West. Get rid of some of that lumber. You're flying up the charts, babe. Deer Valley. When I want to eat lunch as much as I want to ski, I go to Deer Valley. I feel this person on such a spiritual level. Park City. Oh, another one from Utah. This was not a fun trip to have a kid along. The liquor laws were awful. What? What does that even mean? Listen, I hear you. The liquor laws in Utah are a little tough. There are ways to navigate them, but I hear you. The fact that you throw your kid in the mix, though, makes me want to check in on the child. All right, moving on to Colorado, we have Keystone Resort, number 19 in the West. I dislike carrying my gear from car to lift. Golf carts would be nice. Someone has to tell Bougie Karen she is in the wrong place. She's got to go. I mean, there are places for this. Why are you going to Keystone? One of the best things about Keystone is being able to park your car right there and not having to take a shuttle or a golf cart to anywhere. You could just walk. Aspen Snowmass, number 5 in the West. I had to sell a kidney to afford the family trip. But once you get here, the snow, the food, the long runs, hey, kidneys are overrated. Now that's the attitude I'm looking for. Keep the trees up, keep the golf carts out of the way, sell the kidney, have some fun with the family. Right? Here we are. Cheers. I've got 2 beers, 1 glass. Everybody is happy. And there you have it. Those are your weird resort guide comments. Be sure to check out Ski Mag's resort guide, and in it, it has information about Warren Miller Entertainment's premiere of Future Retro, plus a survey that'll tell you exactly what ski town you belong in. If you like this show, click that like button, share it around to a friend who will like it too, and in the comments below, let me know what town you're moving to. Can't wait to visit. I'm Halley O'Brien. This is the Snow Report Show. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheers. 2 beers in this one. That's a double cheers. So cheers again.